Metal Nation Radio. United we rock.
We're here with Brian from the Bombing of Dresden. Brian, tell us about the band.
Yeah, we're a three-piece band from Wedgeport, Nova Scotia, which is in the southwest tip of Nova Scotia. We've been jamming since August of 2011.
Awesome.
And we just released our debut full-length album, 8 songs, on Friday the 13th of June. So we're pretty excited for that.
Wicked. How's the reception of that going so far?
So far, so good. The album's selling well. And we're just right now getting set to do our CD release show at Monty's in Dartmouth.
Monty's
on the 11th of July.
Awesome. You got a couple wicked bands supporting you on that one as well, right?
Broken Homes. My good buddy Troy is in that, and we're really looking forward to playing with them. It's the first time.
Oh, nice.
We'll be doing a show with them guys. And Severed Rain, my cousin plays bass in that band. So it's really happy to have him on board as well.
No kidding. I've in the past I've played with each of those separately, and it's funny you mentioned your cousin. I don't remember his name, but he came up to me and complimented my bass tone. So coming from some flailing fingers like his, that was awesome. That's
awesome. It's pretty cool.
Nice. All right. Well, what's the story behind the name of the band? You guys history buffs or what?
Well, I used to read a lot of Kurt Vonnegut, and the Bombing of Dresden is a pretty big theme in a lot of his works. And he wrote a book called Slaughterhouse 5, which I read many years ago. And there was one part in the book where he describes the bombing after as like walking on the moon. And that image always stuck in my head and could never get it out. So I just thought it would be a cool name, and if maybe would open the eyes of some people if they wanted to do some research on it. And there's quite a bit of controversy over it, so I'll leave that up to people to decide for themselves. But
nice.
That image always stuck in my head, and it's thought it was pretty neat.
All right, wicked. I might have to check that out. I really don't think that I know much about it myself.
Yeah.
If you were to be approached by someone who's never heard the Bombing of Dresden, they say, "What do you sound like?" How are you going to describe that?
We get that all the time. We're just a groovy metal band, and we're kind of melodic, and we're heavy, and people have said we've sounded anywhere between Mastodon and High on Fire and the Melvins, and pretty much heard it all, everything in between. So I'm not really good at saying, "Oh, we sound like this" or "we sound like that." But
no, well, I mean, comparisons to other people aside, I think you hit it on the ball. Considering how I feel about it, anyway. I've been listening to the album quite a bit, and I really enjoy it.
That's good. Thank you.
How do you guys go about writing? Is that like a group thing or a solo thing? What's the approach?
Well, usually I write a lot of the music. I try not to write too much structure. As far as music goes, we've done that in the past, but it seems to work best when we bring riffs to jam, and then we just feel it out, and the riffs are more felt out than thought out. So we just if it feels good and we're all happy with it, then that's how we kind of put our stamp of approval.
Okay.
We can have full songs written and play them for a few weeks or a few months, and this isn't feeling good, so we kind of just either set it aside and work on it later and try and make it better, or we just set it aside completely and just start fresh with a new idea.
Put it back. Maybe you'll pull a riff from it sometime down the road or something.
That too, and
yeah.
I've showed up to jam with a 7-minute completely structured song, and after working on it for a month or two, it feels terrible to play. So I think it works best when we all kind of play on it together and we all put our input into the arrangement.
Yeah.
And then it becomes a real team effort by all of us, and if we're all feeling it and it feels good, then that's what we go with.
Nice. Good collaboration.
Yeah, for sure.
So where did you guys do the recording?
We did the recording with our good friend Matthew Briggio, who plays in a local band called Lead Mule.
Okay.
You may have heard of him or not.
I'm not sure, no. So if you want to get him to send me some stuff, go for it.
They won the Jubilee Battle of the Bands here a few years ago.
Oh, very good.
In Glasgow. They're kind of hometown heroes, and we recorded at his place. He mixed it, mastered it, we produced it together, and it turned out pretty good.
That's a damn good sound for a home job, man.
We're really happy with it.
Yeah, I would never have suspected that to be a low-key home job like that. That sounds great.
Cool.
Awesome. So, all right, we talked about the release party coming up on the 11th. What else is in the plans for Bombing of Dresden? What else do you guys got in the mix? We
got a show at Gus's Pub on August the 16th with Pith and a band called Versifist. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to set up a hometown CD release sometime in September. We're working on that, and just trying to book a few more shows. And after our first release show here, we're going to head back into the jam room and try and write some new material for our next release.
Wicked.
We're pretty low key. We don't play a ton of shows. The guys, they're fishermen, so we spend a lot of our time. We're able to jam through the summer and into the late fall, and then we kind of take a hiatus for a few months.
Okay.
Pick back the spring and then pick up full time in the summer.
Gotcha. Seasonal metalheads. Well, I'm sure the metalhead doesn't stop, but
yeah, it gives us all a break and gives us time to recharge, which is really cool. When we come back, we're ready to give her full tilt.
I suppose it keeps you grounded too, eh?
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Well, that's about it. Thanks a lot, Brian.
Thank you.
We're gonna share the rest of the album with the Metal Nation Radio, and they've been digging it so far. So
awesome. It was nice talking to you.
You too, bro.
Thank you.